loudest music ever. Holy cow. Too late. We're already here. Alright, let me wait for this Harbor Freight commercial to end. Da, 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 da. Wow, I mean, it is this loud everywhere. Even downstairs, even outside, it's nuts. Alright, let me fire up messages here. Alright, there we go. So you know where we are. I think you know where we are. Let me get comfortable. What's going on, everyone? I got the shaky ass table. Hold everything. There we go. That's better. I got coffee. I didn't buy coffee yet. I ran into a cocktail waitress. I was like, hey, give me some coffee. She's like, all right, cool. Make me a sandwich. It is slightly better than the coffee over here, but not by much. Alright, let's see who's here. You know where we're at. We're at the FB. Has Vegas fixed the bed bug problem? Well, I don't know if they fixed it, but I haven't heard anything, dramatic about bed bugs lately. But, you hear it all the time. I got a friend who travels a lot, and he's got one set of clothes just dedicated to traveling, because a lot of places, not just here, it's kind of everywhere, they got bed bugs everywhere. Joe Q, Tom Mac, Maria, Janice, Angie, Unrendered. The south end of the strip is more lit. Like, how far south are we talking? I'm gonna go Edward. We just glitched a second. Val Marie, Sony, Chris Nat and Frank, Venus, and Francis. You're welcome, Janice, for taking everyone out. I kind of felt like coming out tonight, so it's all good. Stuart, Mary, Maria. Now the regulars are in the house. That is friggin' awesome. Kevin. Angie, how loud is that? Is that as loud as I perceive it? I feel like I'm yelling over it. That's kind of nuts. BCDC, Bird, Diano. UFC is indeed coming to the Sphere. Dana White, why are you pimping the Bud Light? That's all I want to know. I mean, seriously, let's just let him suffer. Really? It's super crisp. The connection seems pretty good. I don't even think I cleaned my leg. It's not too loud. My legs, my lens. Hope it's not too loud. Angelo, Kyle, what's going on? Double Eagle, Syntad. The coffee tonight, like I said, this is floor coffee. I got off a waitress down there. It is, I mean, it's probably on par with Circus across the street. Yeah, F Bud Light. We gotta continue to teach these companies that are going against the grain what's what. Edward loves crypto. What's going on? Alright, it's not too loud. Yeah, they changed it. They were playing like all 30s music for a while. Now I don't know what it is. This place just has a tremendous echo in here. Married 28 glorious months as a member. Thank you very much. I was telling someone that before I started. I was like, I am going to sneak some coffee in my pouch and buy like a little cup and then pour it in there. That way I didn't look like I was taking up, space. But I didn't have time to do that. I would have done it, trust me. Don't put it past me. Microbreweries? Where's the microbreweries? right, let's see. We got 101 people. All right, cool. Where has everyone been lately? It's been really quiet. I'm looking at all my messages real quick. Hold on a second. I gotta check something out. I'm arguing with someone on Facebook about something. They're telling me that the Bellagio does not have balconies. I've been on one. Let me see if I can pull up a picture as proof. Nah, I'll do that later. I love internet fights. You know, it's like nothing better to do than fight on the internet about stuff. Casinos gotta step their coffee game up, you know? Like, a recent report expresses regrets from the company as the vets. Ooh, yeah, another executive, you know, is out over here at FB, another senior executive. I think it's a woman this time. But the place is fairly dead. I would say the suit to customer ratio is about 1-to-1 right now. They're all over the place like, oh my God, where is everyone? We thought the whole world would be here by now. But it's not. I mean, just take a look down there. It's quiet. Quiet AF. Take a look in here. I mean, granted, it's a Wednesday. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's maybe like 10 people up here, maximum. But bear in mind that the SHOT Show is in town, which probably has over 50,000 people, and none of them are here. What? I should interview for one of the VP jobs? Oh, I could probably turn this place around. I probably could. Because I am a man of the people. I know what the people want. They want good fucking coffee. Oh, good freaking coffee. Excuse me. And they want slot machines that actually pay. They did right with the cocktail waitresses. The cocktail waitresses are like 6s and above to maybe like 7.5. So that's good. People seem friendly. They seem into their job. The place is freaking immaculate. But I ain't paying $400 to stay in a regular room over here. Yeah, my interview's in 5 minutes. Bror Fredrik coming at you. Yeah, I mean, this place, all I see is negative shit about this place. Like, I'm sure everyone saw it by now. It went totally viral. The picture of the dude who ordered tacos at the sports book, and they gave him a plate. You know, it's like all, you know, fancy pants, freaking bougie looking with like parsley and 7 different shitty dipping sauces for the tacos. And the tacos are the size of a 50-cent piece, like this. And there was 6 of them, $24. You know, I mean, that's, who wants that shit? You know, nobody. Nobody's asking for $24, you know, $4 tacos this big, you know, with nothing on them. What else did I see? There was another thing, a guy posted his receipt. He ordered, in his room, as a room charge. Remember I told you they were like bragging about how sophisticated their mini bar thing was in the rooms? He drank 2 bottles of water and made coffee 1 time. So the coffee is no longer free. You know, some places you just, you know, you make your coffee. Over here, they charge you to use the machine. They charge you to, you know, use the, you know, the K-cup or whatever the hell it is. They charge $15 for the coffee, you know, because he made it himself in his room. They charge him $15. His whole bill, you know, I don't know what they're trying to prove. Maria Jose, you made it to alive. That's awesome. Let me see who else is here. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, exactly, Robert. You can pick up a whole coffee maker for $15, you know, and then just leave it. $11.95. That's what it said on his receipt. All classics. What's happening? I'm doing good. Hope you are too. Looks like we regressed to Yeah, I did put, I stopped the moratorium on the hey, hi, hellos and all that type of stuff. You know, I might have to put it back in place. I got to see the signal to noise ratio, but, you know, lately the viewership has been kind of down, so, you know, I'm letting people have at it for a little bit. Yeah, are those Miami prices? I don't know what kind of freaking prices they are. That's a psycho prices, in my opinion. You know, I gave her $2 for this coffee. Oh, she wrote on it. She's got nice handwriting. Coffee, cream, and sugar. I didn't say cream, I said milk. That's why it tastes different. I don't like cream. We'll walk around a little bit. In here, I mean, it is, like I said, the music is extraordinarily loud. And I want to go outside a little bit because it's kind of hot in here. You just booked the MGM for next week. That's not bad. $600 for 4 nights. Fountain Blue was $2,000. It's freaking nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Maybe they're trying to get rid of riffraff like me or something, because I wouldn't stay here. You know? Shit. Yeah, bring your own water and snacks, for sure. Yeah, the spin came out today on someone put together what they think the town made on F1, which they were kind of honest about the numbers. They would say, oh, 300,000 people, there's a million, you know, the spin machine here, liars. Oh, there's 300,000 people in town for F1. They figured that 117,000 were actually here for the event, and another like 26,000 were here because they were here. I don't know if that's the case or not, but they said the economic impact was approximately $4,300 a person. You know, that was contributed to F1, you know, whatever. Because, you know, figure if the tickets were, I mean, if you didn't buy in the beginning, if you waited a couple of months, tickets were like $1,500, $1,200, $1,300, $900. They weren't all like through the roof. That was just the beginning. So then people spent another $2,000, $3,000 on top of that. They figured the music is stupid loud in here. This might be the last time we're gonna hang out in here, to tell you the truth. Because I know last time I was here we got spanked too, but that was when we went outside. This is inside now. It's crazy. I mean, just for the rich, there's not enough rich people to fill up this freaking hotel that want to come here, because it's a standard room that's $400, not like a bougie room. I keep using that word. I don't know why I picked that word up for some reason. They're not like bougie rooms. So the average room for the average person being $400, nobody wants that shit. $400. Did I go check out the Olight booth? You do have to, that is not an easy show to get into. You have to, you have to be in the business, per se, to get in the SHOT Show. I cannot get in the SHOT Show. I don't know anyone in there that could get me in. So, did not go, but I know Olight is there. So they say they made $884 million was the final factor, and that's just pissing in the wind. They have no idea if that's true or not. 884 million was what they anticipate F1 generated. How much did the town spend? Well, they spent next to nothing on frickin' advertising, because you couldn't even tell other than everything being shut down. But I'm sure the town spent more than half of that money just getting it here and doing all the things and kissing all the asses and brown nosing F1. So, was it worth the 300 million or 200 million? Possibly, I don't know. And not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. Yeah, if the FB does want convention visitors, they ain't here. Because like I said, the SHOT Show is taking place across the street, and they're all getting out now. And I saw like 5 badges over here. If I was a company, Would I put people up for $400 a room? Hell no. I'd have them stay at frickin', you know, Siegel Suites, you know? Yeah, I'd like to see how they calculated that number too. It was on, I saw it on X. Some sports channel came out with it, and I think it's BS. Personally, economic impact is one thing. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Janice kicking off Super Chat with the 10 Bananamas. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some real coffee. I got a ton of stuff to do tonight. I might just brew some at home, but I gotta order some, so thank you very much. What else? Yeah, downtown, yeah, it's messed up. You know, there's actually, there's a condo association not too far from here that is suing F1 for the aggravation for like $250,000. Like, I don't know, $10,000 for every household that's in this little development, saying that, you know, it just like effed up their lives for 11 months and they want to be compensated. So they're going to be commercials like, have you been affected by F1 in Las Vegas? If so, call this number. Operators are standing by, you know, class action lawsuit. You know, the other thing I heard is people are doing mad chargebacks on, I heard it from two sources. I heard it from one, I wasn't going to say anything, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say the source, but I heard this about a week ago, and I heard it again today. I know someone else who's in the transactional business, and they said that the amount of chargebacks that are taking place due to F1 are staggering, like freaking staggering. Why are they doing chargebacks? Mostly the people who bought tickets, and if you remember, my back hurts. Remember when on the opening practice night, Ferrari sucked the manhole cover up and smacked the bottom of the car, wiped the car out, yada, yada, yada. Well, that was the end of the race, you know, the end of practice. People wanted to stay, they were still watching. They brought the police out. No, they brought security out and told the people, if you don't leave, we're calling the cops on you. And that pissed people off that weren't or initially pissed off. But the rest of the people were like, fuck this, because we paid, you know, we paid for a 4-night thing. You only gave us a 3-night thing. And when you do a chargeback, they don't give you the option to, you know, do part of it. Well, you know, I ordered 4 and 3 showed up. I'm doing a chargeback for 1. You can't do that. You got to this, you know. So we wanted to wait until people were sat down. We were still kind of enjoying things, you know, we were kind of gathering and, you know, we weren't all in, my whole group was like split up, so we were like making plans and whatever, you know. And the security's like, you can't stand, you have to be seated, you can't be standing. Well, what are you, an asshole? It's like, it's 100 feet by like 1,000 feet. Sidewalk, and you're telling me I can't stand in this specific area? I mean, the security guards were acting like total tools. So yeah, 182 people, that's more like it. That's what I want to see. Now that we got 182 people, I might as well invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when we do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you could super chat. It's the grease that keeps the wheels rolling, puts the gas in the car to get here. You can click on all the links down there, do all the stuff, and I do appreciate it because my channel is about, according to recent stats, 87.5% fan funded, because YouTube don't take care of old Bror Fredrik no more. Is what it is. So, if you like the channel, I appreciate your support. Yeah, they already started taking apart the temp bridge. I kind of dug the temporary bridge. You know, it made life easier for me, but, you know, then again, I don't have a business there. So, I'm gonna do the house attention, but I'm on my way. My mother used to listen to this song back in the day. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know when. Yeah, I was a, thank you Venus and Jim for the 10 Bananamas, I do appreciate you. I was surprised, that was like weird. there was a sway of, I don't know, this much, I'd say, 6 inches. You know, yeah, about 6-inch sway going on there. It was kind of scary. It was scary. Val-Marie, member for 11 months. I do appreciate it. You're in the elite. You are. You're a gangster. I appreciate you. Member off and on forever. Yeah, but you're always in our heart, in my heart. Yeah, the walkthrough. We should walk through slots of. You know where I parked? I parked over by. I didn't park over here. I just wasn't. I was running a little late. You could tell because I was 2 minutes late. And then I was waiting for coffee down there. I was doing stuff. I didn't rush right up here. I had to go see a man about a horse. I wasn't ready to deal with the whole parking lot extravaganza, and I wasn't wanting to pay. Julio down by the schoolyard. In a couple of days, it's gonna take me away. Yeah, so what do I gotta talk about? I realize if you look at the calendar, the Broad Nation Get Together 2024, which is April 22nd to the 25th, is coming up fast. It is coming up, like, in my mind, it's like, it's coming up fast. So I figured I'd talk about it. I am making that is code for draining the lizard. I figured I'd talk about it. I'm gonna make an entire separate video about it. That way I can point people towards it, refer people towards it. See, the level of suits here, these are all people who work here. Like, they all have to go. They just stand around and pontificate on what's going wrong over here. I could tell them. I'll walk right up and tell them. $11.95 to take your own money out? Go help yourself. Happy birthday, Venus. The county commission was... oh, yeah. You're right, Kevin. Okay, did you see the story I posted in the Broad Nation Facebook group? Then I'll talk about the Broad Nation get-together. 5, count them, 5 of the county commissioners here in Las Vegas received free F1 F1 ticket packages. In April. Okay. Oh, you're coming for your birthday? That's cool. They received 5 $11,000 packages. County commissioners, those are the people who voted on F1, negotiated with F1, made the deals with F1, made F1 happen here in Las Vegas. The county commissioners. They got $11,000 packages to go see it for free. And you know how they got it? You know what the write-off said? It said, what's up, Crypto? It said they were for educational purposes. That way the county commissioners would have a better understanding moving forward about how F1 works and the logistics involved. So we gave them some $11,000 tickets. That sounds like some bullshit. Oh, Vegas corrupt, politicians corrupt, county commissioners corrupt? No, that's a conspiracy. Ugh. Now they're going through the 80s vibe. They go through the decades. They do like the 40s through the 80s, and then they recycle it. Hopefully I don't get spanked on these. Otherwise, I'm already done. Yeah, educational. It's educational. That's why we vote. Why didn't they give it to all of them? Were those the ones that voted no? The ones that didn't receive their little 11K packages? Oh, and did they write them off on their taxes? The county commissioners? Because technically that's income. Let's see. Did everyone see the Carrie Lake bribe? That, I don't know who recorded it. I think she had a phone in her pocket. She recorded herself being bribed. And that is by the right. People say that, I don't talk shit about the right. I'll talk all the shit about anyone who's friggin' corrupt or doing, you know, the bozo no-nos. They got that Republican dude dead to rights saying, well, there's some powerful people who want to give you some money to go away. Have you guys been paying attention to that shit? Like I said, I ain't gonna pull no punches on either side. There's rats on both sides. Shout out England. The Peaky Blinders. That's my new thing. So now I could do a Birmingham. But order of the Peaky Blinders. I practice that all day. Yeah. Peaky Blinders. Alright, I am up to, it's playing in the background all day, even while I'm working on the computer and whatnot. And if something cool happens, you know, I take a look. It's a good show, but I'm on like season 5, and it's starting to get all sorts of freaking woke. Like the women are all divorcing the men and want to take over the business, and all the men are weak and addicts, and it's getting a little freaking woke. Yeah, you heard that recording, right? That was bad. They just sitting. they should have had us sit in the freaking sway back and forth zone. They were pipes. I mean, they were literally like fence pipes holding that shit together. You know? This chick keeps wanting me to buy furniture. Should I buy some furniture from her? She's got some long ass hair. Alright, let me fire back up my chat activities. Whenever I get a commercial, it dumps the chat. You know how loud this is? I am yelling. If they said it's educational, oh, that's why they said it was educational. Oh, snap. That is freaking crafty. It was, okay, so it's educational, so now it's a write-off. Wow. Yep, right, left, birds of the same feather. Have I seen The Godfather of Harlem? It sounds familiar. Who is in that? The Peaky Blinders? No? I don't know. It sounds cool. I will go check it out. I spent a decent amount of time hanging out in Harlem myself. Harlem was fun until it wasn't fun, you know? When the shit hit the fan, it was time to go. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Good food. Yeah, all your trips are educational. Forrest Whitaker, I like that dude. Is that that's the dude with the eye and whatnot? Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, the resort. Oh, that's another thing we've got to talk about. I was going to do a drive-in chat news about the resort fee rates. They all went up 10% minimum. Some it turns out to be like 12, but MGM raised everything about $5. So instead of 45, it's 50. Instead of 50, it's 55. I mean, all that, that's just a little bit. It's only $5. It's only $5. Really? Really? What do they need that for? Internet's free. To use what? The gym nobody freaking uses? Well, what is that for? So another $55 for absolutely nothing. This town's getting a little predatory. I mean, I love the town, don't get me wrong. And I'm about to talk about the Broad Nation get-together, which is going to bring a bunch of you guys to town. But, this town's boiling the friggin' frog. Oh, I'm making commission on some stuff. I didn't know that. I mean, if you buy her, can you see her? Let's see. Oh, that's kind of blown out. Yeah, if you buy her, she's only $54. If you buy her, I get like $5. So, you can buy her if you want. I think. I don't know how it works. Alright, so what do we got to talk about? Okay, the Broad Nation get-together. Last year, This will be year number 3. The first one was sort of impromptu. A bunch of people just happened to have their vacations at the same time. Other people came. There was about 30-ish people, plus or minus 30 to 40. Last year we did an organized one, and that was in March. I used to be able to, now it's January, I say last year's. That was in March. There was about 70, 75 people. This year, we're gonna do it in April. It's April 22nd through April 25th. Like I said, I'm gonna do it. I apologize for the shaking, but this table is friggin' ratty, you know? Like someone needs to slip a matchbook under one of these legs. So, this year's gonna be a little different. Month is different. We were doing them in March all the time. April we voted on it. April seemed to be the way to go. Now last year, we did organized events on all 4 days. We had the main reception dinner at Rira, and that was about $100. A little more than $100, like 110, 120. Then we did a cocktail reception in Blondie's over at Miracle Mile, and that was like $40 or whatever. So that was good. And then we did a couple other events. We did a downtown event. We did the Wicked Spoon on the last day. I went to everything, and then we hung out and did other stuff, whatever. This year, and we did a group pull. My watch is talking to me. We did a group pull. Now this year we're gonna do things. Janice is coordinating it. Say hi, Janice. I'm having some input, but you know I work 80 hours a week, so she's helping me out. She's taking up tremendous amounts of slack, and I do appreciate it. This year is gonna be different. We are having a combination reception dinner with open bar at the same time. So we took those 2 events, the open bar and the reception dinner, and combined it into one. And that's taking place at Maggiano's, which is across the street from the Wincor. Beautiful place, brand new renovated. It's a banquet hall room, brand new renovated. Our room has, it's got tables, it's got the bar, it's got like a DJ booth. Not that we're gonna DJ, we can put music in there. We have our own, me and any of you people who want it out there. So the food is better. In my opinion, the location is better. Yeah, there's also a Maggiano's in Summerlin. I've eaten there several times. I haven't eaten at this one in a long time, except when they invited us to do a tasting, and they put out, you know, everything that they served, and the food is good. They got a bar there, but we're gonna be in a back room. The price is $165 per person for the event, which is like a 2-for event, open bar, 7-course meal, and the whole bit. I think that's a great price. Like I said, it worked out the same as last year's, the 2 separate events now combined into one. So what are we doing the rest of the week? Well, like I said, last year we did other events. Now there are still other things taking place, but they're not official events. We did a group pull. The thing that you will notice that, you know, I didn't jump all over was the whole group pull thing. Last year, the group pull, which was kind of fun, but kind of not at the same time, was an enormous challenge. I'd give you more background like that. I think that's cool. Yeah, that's better. The group pull was an enormous challenge. You know, people, like, some of the properties were like, F you, we don't want that over here. Other properties are like, oh yeah, we'd love you, and then they'd love to have your whole group of 50 people in here. Because it was like $100 a person, and there was like 40 or 50 people, which, that's a lot of people, and it's $100, but these properties are thinking, oh, what? They're only gonna bring $5,000, these freaking peasants, you know? And they were backing out at the last minute. Well, if it's $500 a person, maybe. whatever. But it worked out well. We ended up at the Venetian or the Palazzo, I forgot. We broke even, which was cool. Everyone got their money back on like the second to last spin, which is a miracle. It was fun, but it was like the most time-consuming, aggravating, million phone calls. I mean, not just everyone, like a lot of people helped, and I also went to like every property, knocked on doors, made appointments, and everyone, it was a logistical clusterfuck. So we're not doing a group pull. That does not mean you can't do an impromptu one, because there's going to be so many people in town. This room, this banquet hall, holds 90 people. And right now, I think 30 tickets are already sold, so there's room for another 60 people. So we can go up to 90 people for this event. Now, once you pay your deposit, if you go on the Bror Nation Facebook group, there's a 50% deposit for the 165. Then you pay the rest, I think, like in another 60 days or whatever it is. Because you got to hold the room, they got their deposit, the whole bit. You know, this is an official deal. You know, we're not just walking in there. We got a banquet room, so they got to get staff. We got our own bartender, the whole bit. So once you do that, once you get your deposit, you go to the Bror Nation Facebook group, hit featured posts, and it tells you what to do in there. Thank you for posting that, Janice. Once you take care of that, you will get, if you're not already in the group, there is a separate Facebook group for everyone who's attending the opening night. You know, the big reception, the open bar, the dinner, whatever. I think it starts at 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 to like 9, possibly 10. Okay. Once you do that, you'll be invited to the other group. Inside that group, there is all sorts of conversations. See, what we did this year, instead of trying to formalize everything with 1,000 different moving parts, great day, Mom, we're gonna put it in your hands. So, yeah, I'm kind of, you know what, bro? My back hurts. That's why I'm like moving around like a freak. It's been raining for like 3 days. And it's usually been dry, and my back is like kind of freaking tweaked. But I took some extra collagen. Hopefully that goes away. Yeah, I'm gonna get walking as soon as I get this done. Good idea. Thank you. Remind me. So you'll get invited into the group. Within that group, people are making other plans. People are, who's going here? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? You know. And feel free to invite me to all those things. And if I go, I go. If I can't, I can't. That's awesome. Or not, depending how you look at it. But you can choose to get involved in the group, set up things, take it upon yourself. I know there's people who are going out to Red Rock. There's people who are going to different dining experiences in town. So the only technical, official event is the opening reception and open bar at Maggiano's. Everything else is up to you guys. You guys decide what you're gonna do with your like-minded friends. Great opportunity to meet new people, and we got room for another 60 people. That's why I want to start, you know, telling everyone about it right now. You know, get your PTO. You know, is that right? See, I never got that. What was it? Paid time off, PTO. I never got that in my entire life. I've been working since I fell out of my mother, you know? But anyway, so work on that, work on your flights, do all this stuff, and don't forget to check that out in the Bror Nation Facebook group. If you're not a Facebook person, we'll have to figure out something else, but there is an official link in there that you could sign up. But at this stage of the game, there is, I know that there's 30 people signed up, but I know for a fact at least, excuse me, at least another 20 are gonna scoff up the tickets real quick. You know, because I just know they are. And everyone else, so that'll put it at around 50, so that's gonna leave another 40. So hopefully you guys join us. I'm kind of fun to hang out with. I mean, people in the group are making like lifelong friends, and it's kind of awesome. It's taken on a life of its own. Like I said, I'm gonna be there definitely for the opening nights. I probably, you know, I'll get up, we'll make speeches, we'll hang out, we'll have a good time, and I'm really, really looking forward to it because I miss you guys, and I hope a bunch of new people come. You know, and if you happen to be in town, all right, this is something else I gotta say, because people have been asking me a lot about this. Can we just stop by the reception and say hi? Unfortunately not. Not to be an asshole about it, but, you know, if people paid, you know, for the event and other people are just gonna come and hang out, you know what I'm saying? Then well, we're not eating or drinking. All right, but that's not the way. It's not even my rules. This isn't a table inside Maggiano's. This is one of their private rooms in the back by the elevators. So it's not even gonna be like you go into Maggiano's and you're gonna see people. We ain't even gonna be there. It's a big private banquet hall in the back. So the chances of seeing anyone are slim and none. And they're gonna ask right at the door. They're gonna say, you know, do you have a ticket to the event? It's a ticketed event. So if you say no, I just want to say hello, they're just gonna be like, that's cool. You know, you want to sit at the bar until 9:15. When it's over, feel free. So it's not to, you know, it's not to exclude people, but is it being excluded if I don't get to watch a movie that everyone else paid for at the movie theater? No, I didn't pay, so, you know, I don't get to see the movie. It's the same thing, you know. If you're paying, cool. If you're not, you know, we can see you before, say hello before, say hello after. That's cool. And if you happen to be in town anyway and you're not going to the dinner, make sure you connect with people who you know are going, because there's going to be other things going on. There's going to be downtown events. There's going to be Red Rock. There's going to be all sorts of other things going on. Yeah, I'll give you my autograph. And for free, too. Maybe it'll be worth something someday. So, you know what I'm saying? So don't feel put off by that, but it's just is what it is. And one, it'd be unfair to the people who paid if I just start letting people in for the hell of it. And, you know, two, it's not even my policy, it's the property's policy. They're just not like getting in one of these places. They'll be like, who are you here to see? You know, not like I walk into conventions, eat their cheese and split. Like I said, it's gonna be in the back, so people aren't even gonna have access to it. Another question I'm continually asking, am I making any money off it? No. No, so don't get it twisted, you know? That's what I'm saying. You know, that's another, I ain't. You know, I wanted to. I actually wanted to. I was like, you know, why can't I charge like an extra 30, 40 bucks? Because it's still a week of my time and whatever, and trust me, I was gonna give it all to Janice, you know, for all the work she put in. But it just turns out that I don't think if I told people, oh, on top of the 165, it's gonna be 25 bucks a head for me. You know, I mean, that would be normal, right? Because it's my name on it, you know, it's kind of my event and whatever, but it's grown beyond me, and I don't think people would pay. So that's what it is. But I was gonna give it all to Janice anyway. So, you know, that is what it is. So no, I'm not making any money off it. I'm just gonna be there because I love you guys and I wanna hang out with you. So that's that. So I'm gonna make an official video going over all the details. I got pictures of the food. I got pictures of, yeah, just eat the cheese and split. But that's a convention. That's different from going into someone's private party, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my back is like, these chairs are uncomfortable too. Coffee sucks and the chairs are uncomfortable. So, I'm gonna make a whole video. I took a video of the inside of the banquet hall. I got pictures of the inside of the banquet hall. We can't play music in there. I'm not gonna live stream it, but I will take a video that I'll put up later, because again, if I live streamed it, that would kind of be disrespectful to the people who paid, you know what I'm saying? That everyone could see it, you know, at the same time who didn't. So, you know, I gotta be fair. And what else? So yeah, stay tuned for a whole video about that I could point to that. Do you have to attend the dinner to do other events? No. I mean, if you're in town, just hook up with people you know. You know, if you have their contact information, or, you know, message them on Facebook or whatever. And if they want to hang out and you want to make plans, go for it. Yeah, the food pictures are going to be motivating. It's some good food. I got all the videos on that. The video's almost done. I didn't want to start like really pushing it till my AirPods are left behind. No way. Until it was closer, and I freaking blinked and it's 30 days away. What the actual F? Let me see if we got any pictures. I literally hate that freaking, I took them on my iPhone. Why, if anyone has figured it out, that the most recent pictures are on the bottom, I think that's a reason not to get an iPhone. Like, I have to scroll down to find my recent pictures. That is the stupidest shit ever. I mean, it really honestly is. And it's if I haven't done pictures. Oh. I'm gonna make everyone hungry. Oh, look at that. That's the good stuff. Siri, shut up. There's gonna be so much food, it's gonna make your head spin too. That reminds me of how I grew up eating all that good stuff. Look at that thing. Yeah, it's gonna be good. And if you do have dietary concerns, if you're Monsanto free like I am, they will cook your food totally separate. Like, I've been informed that all I got to do is show up and say, you know, I'm gluten-free, but whip me up something with gluten-free. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. Most of yours, some of mine. And they will do it on the spot. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to wait and all that. So that's kind of exciting. What other pictures do I have? I got all pictures in here. I don't take pictures with the iPhone. Don't mind me. I'm checking out my own pictures. Taking a stroll. That was Super Bowl party last year. Ladies. Super Bowl party was fun. Kind of looking forward to that again. We'll see. Might go, might not. Yeah, I have like 100 pictures on here. I don't use this phone a lot. Alright, who knows where this is real quick? Just saying. Oh, I took this picture a while ago. You guys knew, well, some of you knew I was a boudoir photographer. Check that out. Isn't that a great picture? Wow, that's like too reflective. Isn't that a great picture? Very Art Deco. That's one of my favorite pictures. That's why it's on the phone. Anyway. So the food's gonna be awesome, the company's gonna be awesome, you guys are awesome, I'm freaking awesome. So, if you wanna come down, meet me, meet all the people that you're hanging out here with, I tend to attract some ladies. I do, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why, it's my cologne. If you want to meet all the other people in the chat and hang out and make some more lifetime friends, it's a perfect opportunity to do it. It's going to be here in Vegas, and I'm looking forward to having you. But like I said, we'll make our own, I'll make a video soon. Do you like Indian? Yeah, I do. Neil, I do like Indian food. I like the curries. It's hard to find a good one here. I've had better ones in like LA, in Vegas. Finding a good curry is like, nah. That was a place we had the farewell dinner. Yeah, farewell dinner was fun. Ta-da-ta-da-ta. Yeah, Maggiano's is a scratch kitchen. I mean, and the portion, it's family style. If you don't know what family style is where they put out a giant plate of lasagna like this. It's not a buffet like we did at Reraw. Reraw was a buffet, you know, if you remember that. This is like, we're all seated at these beautiful tables, linen. We got our own waitresses, you know, walking around with towels over their arm, the whole bit. And they plop out a giant plate of lasagna. Everyone at the table eats a lasagna. Then they bring out, it's like 7 courses or something. You know, like, don't eat. Whatever you do, don't eat first. But yeah, if you happen to be in town, you know, obviously before the event, after the event, or any other 3 days, just get in touch with people, and everyone wants to hang out with you. Thanks for asking, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I think I pretty much handled that. Kinda, right? Alright. But I got a whole video coming. I got video, like there's a secret way to get up. You don't even have to go through the front. There's like a private elevator in the back that you use. The dates in April are April 22nd through April 25th. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I hope to see you there. That would be awesome. I want to meet a lot of, I love the crew. I love the regulars. I'd like to see some new people. That'd be awesome. Like all the people I've been saying hello to and interacting with, it'd be a perfect opportunity to do it. I'm just about the same person that I am here in person. I'm kind of cool to hang out with, you know. Some people might disagree, but we're gonna have fun, you know. How crazy is it gonna be around the Super Bowl? I think the Super Bowl event is gonna be bigger than F1 by far, from what I see. So it's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, Janice, you're 100% correct. Using the private elevator is not gonna get you in, sneak you in the back door at the event. It's a ticketed event, so yeah. And they're gonna have, you know, they're gonna have people outside the door saying, you know, can I see your ticket, please? And so it is what it is. So you can go to 2 of the 4 days. No, you can do it. You can do it if you're in town for those 4 days, or if you're in town for 1 day. Just the best way to do it is to join. If you're not already a member of the Facebook group, that's the best way to do it, because that's how people message me. That's how I communicate with everyone. That's how you're gonna meet all the other people. And just find out, you know, just ask, you know, who's going, what are you guys doing? There's gonna be lots of events outside of the main event. They're just not quote unquote official, ticketed, arranged, be here 5:30. It's just a bunch of, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 friends hanging out. And there's different groups that are tighter than others. It's not cliquey, but you know who you get along with or whatever, and invite me. Because I wanna take my time and try to meet many people as I can outside of the the main event. Where do you get your ticket? Go to the Facebook group under featured posts. Just scroll a little bit. I think there's like 3 or 4 featured ones. There's a link to. It's done through a like a Cheddar, which is like event.com type of thing. It's all, you know, official and whatever, you know. We got a treasurer, the whole bit. You know, Cheddar handles the money. I ain't touching it. You know, that's just the way it is. It's professional. So you go there. There's a 50% deposit up front. And then I think in another 60 days will be, you know, it's like 30 days before the rest of it's due. And if something comes up, I think they let you cancel within like 30 days. But past 30 days of the event, you can't cancel. So, you know, just bear that in mind too. The Facebook group is, Janice just posted it. You can click on that. It's like 2 posts down from you. But it's just Bror Nation. The Bror Nation Facebook group. You gotta, if you're not a member already, it'll ask you to join, and you know, I'll let you in. Don't worry. I'll let you in. Yeah. So you can pick and choose and do whatever you want. It's gonna be fun. I'm really honestly looking. Now I'm getting psyched for it. When it was like 8 months out, you know, it wasn't really on my radar, but now it's on my radar. So I'm pretty psyched about it. And I want to meet everyone. And I know there's a lot of people local, and I know there are a lot of people who aren't gonna do the dinner. Maybe it's the money, but in the grand scheme of things, the value is there. I mean, you could easily spend more than that at Pavette's. You could easily spend more than that at Peter Luger's. You could easily spend more than that at Carbone. You could easily spend more than that at the pizza place over here. This place is so freaking expensive. You know, so $165, and that's all inclusive. Just the drinks, you know, alone. Because drinks in town are like 15 to 25 bucks a piece. And it's not like beer, wine, and, you know, well, it's drinks. You want to have Manhattans, you want to have old fashions. This is 25 bucks a pop right there. You have 4 of those, that's 100 bucks, you know. So for 165 out the door, it's a score. Bro, is there any risk hanging out with you? Would be like, no, I am so tame, Aaron. You know me. Oh, unless you drink. Unless you feed me beer. If you feed me beer, I don't know. Someone's going home in a shopping cart. I have no tolerance for beer. I don't know why, but I could drink me some. Single malt. I could drink me some Manhattans. I could drink me some old fashions. But beer, yeah, you're gonna be carrying me home. Just don't take advantage of me. Let's see. Payments are due by March. Okay. Payments are due by March 22nd. Multi-course open bar. It's a freaking great value. I'm sure they're gonna have good coffee there. You know what? I gotta check on that coffee. That's a good idea, Sylvia. I do have to check on their coffee activities, but it's an Italian place. They should have good coffee. I hope. All right. Yeah, and the room has a balcony. If you want to get fresh air, you know, you want to go smoke a butt or whatever, you know, you go out on the balcony. You want to smoke a cigar? We got a balcony. I mean, you know, a lot of us guys and maybe some of the ladies would like to smoke cigars. We got so much time there. We have 4 hours minimum. You know how long 4 hours is? That definitely encompasses the meal, the happy hour. We got time to hang out. I mean, we got time to just do shit. It's a lot of time we have in there. So if we want to go out and smoke cigars on the balcony, you know, it's good. I think I'm going to get to hoofing. All right, so that's that. Some Lagavulin would be good. I'm saving. I haven't bought any Lagavulin in a while because Lagavulin here in town has gotten stupid expensive. Stupid expensive. All right, there we go. You want to go walk around a bit? I am going to have to mute when we hit the outside door, and then we'll get to walking. I'm continuing my Facebook group fight. But the person is claiming they don't have regular. See, they knew they got busted. So what does she say? She says, "Hey, Bror Fredrik, you're on crack because regular rooms at the Bellagio do not have balconies." The question was whether they had balconies or not. So I'm gonna put yes. I like pissing people off. Yes, the peasant rooms do not. I love screwing with people. It's making Karen's head freaking explode. I like when people get flat out freaking busted. She probably went and asked someone else, and they were like, "Yeah, they have balconies." And she's like, "How do I get out of this and still save face?" "Oh, I know. I'll call Bror Fredrik a crackhead." People are so weak-minded. That music is stupid loud. Place is freaking dead. Let's see. So, in my view here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people, and 4 suits. Oh, there goes some people. There goes some humans. Alright. Let me finish my free coffee. No, it wasn't free. It cost me $2. The peasant rooms. Right? I mean, I said that doesn't piss her off, you know? I was in one of the balcony rooms one time, and they are pretty freaking spectacular. Alright. She's like hating her job. Alright, let me toss it. Alright, you ready? Let's walk around. I want to say, no, I didn't buy coffee from them. I was going to go say hello. Is this another coffee spot? Oh, I bet they serve the same trash coffee. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is not good coffee. No, I don't see. What is this? Rolls, bagels, and lox? I was considering doing a separate AMA on a separate night. I had discussed that with everyone during the event because it'd be fun, you know, like get an audience and each person one by one come up and sit down next to me and ask me a very poignant question and watch me like talk my way through it on the spot. I thought that would be fun. But in order to do that, I'd either have to do it at the event, which, you know, that'd be a little weird, you know, like after everyone eats and whatever, or make a separate event out of it. And if I made a separate event out of it, I'd have to find a space to do it, which means it would cost money. And that would be like, you know, what am I going to do? Put out a jar and say, all right, $10 a question. You know? I mean, yeah, I would love to make a couple bucks off my own event, but I don't think that's the way to do it. Bagel for $15. No thanks. Run right across the street to Bagel Mania. Well, I see some SHOT Show folk here. Capons. I like checking this out. Adult beverages. Oh. It's the Barbie world. The smoke. That cracks me up. The smoke show. I still have not figured out why that's a thing, you know? That like hot chicks are called smoke shows. What does that mean? They're smoking? They're a smoke show? This is beautiful, but there should be like a hot tub in there. That's real freaking marble. That's pretty boss. Five banana rounds for Maria. Yeah, for the spank ejector. Yeah, we're done. I'm toast. I'm going to be fighting with them until tomorrow. They will have this copyright claim before I even make it to the car. That is a given. Alright, which way should we go? It is so loud. Like, I'm trapped. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna glitch out if we go this way. Oh, that guy's carrying like $1,000 worth of water. Let's go this way. And in platform news, my new streaming platform, making progress. Every day, more progress. Every day, more lives. Now, every day, more progress. Look at the size of those elevators. Wish we could slide down the middle. That'd be sick. Made more progress today. What did I do? I set up the community board. I put together all the categories. I uploaded a bunch of free stuff. You know, free screensavers for desktops, iPhones. I uploaded some of the ringtones. These are all free things I'm going to give away on the platform activities. What is that? Papa's steak? Whatever. You hear how loud that is? I'm going to get spanked for this. I think there's some. Just putting in there that you just can't resell them. You know, for personal use only. No reselling of my prints, but I am giving them away because I do have a lot of them. Dun, 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 dun. What else did I do? I'm trying to think. This is just graphics. It's just sitting and doing all the graphics is what's taking the most time right now. Oh, this guy just won everything. He's like, yes, hard 8. You standing there before me. I get a kick. So clear to me that you adore me. Oh, we're gonna go out the side door. This place I always get lost in. And they should give you a compass. That is an awesome tweed. Mike M posted that site that had had suits from Peaky Blinders. I think I'm gonna order one. They make them custom. Like, you give them the measurements. You measure your sleeve, your neck, your waist, your chest, your shoulder width, your junk, everything. And you send it off to them. And they make you a bespoke suit that shows up in 3 weeks for $250. And if it doesn't fit, I'm sure they put extra material in it. If it doesn't fit, they will fix it up to 2 times as long as you pay the shipping. That's nuts. And I can look like frickin' Tommy Shelby. Alright, this is where the loud music is. We got a bus from here. Alright, I'm gonna mute right here. This is where they got me last time. Was I just talking for the past 10 minutes? Yikes. Tom, thank you, bro. What the hell was I talking about? Okay, you know what I was talking about? I know what I was talking about. I was talking about the fact that if someone in the audience knows how to, like, I could do it. I know AWS Cloud. I know some Azure Cloud. But what would have to be done to make the perfect service would be the stream would have to be sent up into the cloud. It would have to have the same level of noise isolation, voice isolation, and noise reduction that I use in the studio in the cloud applied to people's stream on the fly and then sent back out. So yeah, there'd be a little latency involved, but I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to get involved in a business like that, knows anyone who has that level of technical skills, we'd be freaking stupid rich within like 6 months. Like stupid rich. Because I'd figure people would pay on an annual basis $150 for a service like that easily. $20 a month on a monthly basis easily. How many streamers there are on YouTube right now? Probably 1 million. How many of them would buy into the service? Conservatively, 10%, paying $150 a year. You know, that's $15 million right out of the gate. I would pay, if someone had that service, I'd pay it in a freaking heartbeat. You know, I'd pay it $20 a month. I'd pay that in a heartbeat. Because, you know, now that this, like, for instance, this video, I'm sure got demonetized. So that means the only money I'm going to make off it is whatever people super chatted. Because they will take all the ad revenue and keep it for themselves, even though they put ads all over it. If I had that software, I'd be making the ad revenue too. You know? I mean, that's relatively speaking with YT, but that's how it works. So how many streamers would want to save their stream ad revenue for $20 a month? I mean, we'd get stupid rich and fast. That would spread like wildfire if there was a service like that. Twitch streamers would use it. YouTube streamers, Kick streamers, wherever the DCMA is. Yeah. DMCA. So I'm dead serious. If someone wants to get involved in a business like that, I'm telling you, I guarantee a big old lumpy mattress full of $100 bills. I've been thinking about that for a long time. I just don't have the time to spin something like that up on my own. So yeah. Oh, Val Marie, this for you. Oh, wow, this place smells like 1994. Look at the carpet. Make all the money. Uh-oh, security guard coming out to meet me. No, he's not. As for you ladies, the mighty Atlas. Blue eyes and everything. Wow, there's no one in here. They used to have the Christmas Vacation, the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation slot machine right there. No longer. Look at that carpet. That's a trip. There's not a soul in here. Except me and this cat, and he's leaving. Wow, did that have like a smell to it? It's not a bad smell, it's just a smell. I got my blue eyes. See the haircuts on Peaky Blinders? Peaky Blinders, they're what's odd about that is they are period correct. You know, like kind of like how I wear it if I let it get long. You know, the occasions I let it get long on the top, which is kind of weird. But it also is very authentic Viking getter, because that's the exact haircut historically proven that Vikings had. Like everyone wants to envision Vikings with like long flowing locks like Fabian or whatever his name is, but that wasn't the case, because anyone who's into any type of combat is not going to run around with long hair, because that is a vulnerability. Because once you get grabbed by the hair, there's not a whole lot you can do to protect yourself. You're controlled, like if you're on a leash. So yeah, they kept it shaved and a little long on the top and the front, just like Peaky Blinders. Where are we going? Oh, coppers. Got the coppers over here. I understood a little what he said, believe it or not. He was like, that's Bror Fredrik. So is everyone psyched to come to the get-together this year? We had the first group pull at Resorts World, and that was a freaking blast. They kissed our ass like it was in Macy's window. It was, yeah. They wanted us in there. They were happy. They assigned us, and we just did it like impromptu. We're like, yo, we're here. And they're like, welcome to Resorts World. Would you like to do your group pull in the high limit room? Which, you know, I was a patron of anyway, you know, for coffee anyway. And shit, yeah, we had a great time. They assigned us our own hostess, our own host, our own hostesses. And then that dude left, and he went back to Win, I think. And that's the last we've seen of Harold. But that group poll was fun. Brute cologne. Somewhere in my storage unit, I have my first bottle of cologne was a hand-me-down from my uncle. It was a glass bottle of Brute with the metal like medallion that hung off it. Of course, I dumped it. That was my very first cologne. My uncle was an executive. You know, he used to dress and groom and, you know, the whole bit. He was cool. Uh-oh. 5-0 be rolling on someone. Who are you rolling on? What time is it? It's only 7? All right, cool. Yeah, management was so much better. They were the ones who were like, we want to be the host property of the Bror Nation. You know, I mean, they were like, we're gonna pick up everyone at the airport. We're gonna send limos for all your people as long as they stay here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. I mean, just like throwing stuff at us. They just wanted so bad to be part, and I was so enthralled and kind of suckered in at the same time. That's kind of cute. Cute. Did I just say cute? I don't want to go this way. But then they changed management. Yeah, let's go back this way. Let's cross the street. Do we want to cross the street? think we'll walk this way. Yeah, let's walk down here. I know where we're going. We're going this way. Let's walk down the boulevard. Broken dreams. But then, like, everyone freaking left. And they were like, Bror Fredrik who? What did they promise you? And I was like, well, check out the emails. And they were like, oh, forward those to me with all those list of promises. Literally. We'll give you room discounts, 50% off. We'll give everyone a $100 food credit. We'll pick up everyone at the airport. On and on and on and on. I ain't bullshitting. So I sent this to the new dude. And they flat out sent me a corporate denial. They were just like, we apologize at this time, Mr. Fredrik. We cannot accommodate you, but we look forward to serving you in the future. Click. I was like, you MFers. Yeah, bastards. But it was fun. That group pull was fun. And I'm not saying you can't do group pulls. Just gotta, organize them. The problem with group pulls is, unless you're doing with a lot, like $100 a person, that sounds like a lot. But when you're playing like a high limit machine, it's like you buying the fireworks and someone else lighting them, because one person has to sit there and play, which that's what a lot of people don't understand about group pulls. One person actually does the playing, for tax purposes and the rest of that shit. So it's not like each person sits down, because then it's not a group pull. So yeah, there's a little shady going on over here. Let me keep my eye open. Is that too bright? That looks too bright. Do you want me to drop the exposure, or is that cool? Checking out these dudes behind me. I was like, no way. They're gonna pick up everyone at the hotel, at the airport with limos. I felt like the boss. I felt like Thomas Shelby. But no. They made me into Arthur Shelby. It is so big. Look at the size of that thing. Smoke. Oh, Val Marie, I was just catching up with that. Smoking hot smoke show means she's smoking hot. She's on fire. She's a smoke show. When I first heard that, women being called a smoke show, I didn't think it meant hot. I thought it meant, like smoke and mirrors. Like with the Kim Kardashian contouring and all the nonsense. The super girdles underneath the spandex dresses and, like smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, that's what I thought. Hold on a second, I gotta drink a little water. Oh, am I passing a frickin' microphone over here? We're actually going to Circus. We're just taking the long way. I might have to see a bush about a horse, too. Just saying. But see, on the new platform, I don't have to worry about copyright claims or anything, because I'm not doing anything weird. And if Celine Dion's people wanted to give me a monthly subscription to see if they could hear her, and they'd go for it. But other than that, it's all firewalled off. I got URL tokens that expire. I got as much security on there as I could possibly think of. So, we shall see. Alright, I'm gonna do an RCH. Hold on. Don't ask me what an RCH is. There we go, just a little bit. There we go. Realistic. That's the Hilton entrance over there. I was up in these rooms. They're kind of nice. The rooms at the new Durango are $400, just like the FB. You know? It's like staycation. Is that what they're expecting people to do? Do staycations and maybe film some prawn in there or whatever. I don't know. Who's gonna pay $400 for a local hotel? If you have your in-laws staying in town, I don't know. Because given a choice, it's Red Rock all day if you want to stay off strip, like all freaking day. It's not even a comparison. Yep, Kirk Kerkorian. He made the money. So who knows a software developer out there? I mean, I know I could probably get one off a Fiverr, but once they see what I'm doing off a Fiverr for $1,000, they would steal that idea. I wouldn't trust a person off a Fiverr. They'd be like, oh, this is genius. And they would just take the whole idea for themselves. Because it's $100 million idea all day. You know? 100 million. Maybe 50, but 50 to 100 million is what that idea is worth. Imagine that kind of money. That'd be sick. Yeah, Red Rock is awesome. I just like the look and the feel of it. It's very Frank Lloyd Wright. Durango's like very nondescript. It doesn't really have a style per se. It doesn't even have a color theme to speak of. Like Red Rock has all the earth tones in Red Rock, you know? They kept true to the nature thing. Will the strip build beyond Sahara? Someday, you know, but not if places like Resort World and the RW and the FB keep being flops, you know? No one's gonna pull the trigger until someone else is doing successful. And I wouldn't. See where we come out? Circus, circus. Dun, 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 dun. They blocked this off. Used to be able to pull in here. There's the adult toy spot. You know, wrist rockets, slingshots, lawn darts, you know, that type of stuff. And lingerie clubwear, aka stripper uniforms. FB is 200 midweek in February. That's actually not too bad. I wonder what their resort fees are. They're probably crazy. I have been to the Rampart. I used to hang out there a lot, like way back so long ago that I forgot what the original name for that place was. I used to be such a regular that at the end of the night, they would serve me like Egg Benedict's poolside. They used to treat me very, very well. And those peaceful pools that they have and the little Zen gardens in the back. Now it's all just oxygen tanks and, you know, people dumping their Social Security. It's kind of sad. You know what else is sad? That it was freaking 71 degrees today. Right now it's probably like 56, 57 maybe. 71 degrees today. Oh, that is horrible. I have not, remember last year I pulled out all my winter jackets, my MC, you know, all the leather ones and whatever. Not this year. Didn't even consider it. I mean, I think the warmest thing I wore was like a jacket with a thermal underneath it, and that was hot. But pleasant nonetheless. If it was like this year round, I would freaking love it. Problem is, that means it's gonna be a hot ass summer. Like one of those 120-ish summers. But it's gonna be beautiful in April, 22nd through the 25th. It's gonna be absolutely freaking beautiful. Yeah, I gotta go see that Sylvia, the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. I would love to own an original Frank Lloyd Wright property. That would just be boss. They come on the market rare and they're like millions. But if I do this new software deal with someone, all right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I gotta go see a man about a horse. So, I'm gonna invite you one last time to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. I think we had 1, 2, 3. Thank you, 4. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll probably go live tomorrow. I might do a silent live tomorrow, something a little different. And I look forward to it. And I already miss you guys. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.